for every extra 1 pound you are overweight, what happens?
Yeah, more, so it's the blood vessels.
How much do they stretch?
1 mile?
1 mile for every extra pound. Every extra pound. And how do you know what is the size or the weight you should be? On page 1, is that page 169? Let me see. Yes, page 169. This is ideal weights for adults by body frame. It's men and women. It has small frame, medium frame, large frame. Does anyone remember how you tell what's small, medium, and large?
Your wrist.
Your wrist. You measure your wrist. Less than 6 is a what?
Small.
Small. Greater than 7 is a what?
Large.
Between 6 and 7 is a medium. Then you take that and you go and look for your height and you see if you're framed. I'm a medium frame. I have some friends that are small frame and some friends that are large frame. Because I always wondered, how come me and my friends, there was like 5 of us, we were 5'4", but we all ranged different in weight, but we were pretty much the same size when we were young. We were all petite. Because some were large frame, some were small frame, and some were medium frame. And I didn't understand that principle until just a couple weeks ago. So that's a good factor. So obesity, okay? If your gene, in your gene, we have the DNA, right? Okay, in your gene, it has your height and your weight. Your genes tell what your eye color is going to be, what your lip, all that's in your DNA, correct? You guys learn DNA in biology? All right. In your gene, it has your height and your weight. When you properly follow the laws of health, the weight will drop off to the proper size. Okay? If you are underweight, the weight will add on to your proper size. If you're overweight, it will do the same. It will take us exactly where we need to be. Based on what's written in your gene, which is your genetic code, for your height, if you're too big, in a gradual manner, it will bring you down to where you need to be. And if you're too small, it will bring you up to where you need to be. Now, what did we learn the 4 food groups were? Fruits, vegetables, nuts, and grains. And seeds, because the fruits have seeds, so I include the seeds too with the fruits. If we're not eating those 4 food groups, if we're not following the laws of health, then we're not going to get where we need to be. Now, some people, as you get older, your metabolism isn't what it used to be. I remember I would skip a meal and literally lose 5 pounds, and I'm not joking. That's how fast my metabolism was. I have to work for it now. Literally. And as you get older, your metabolism, would you agree, Brother Hall?
Yes,
your metabolism slows down as you get older. I honestly believe, though, it's not because we get older. I believe it's because we get so busy as we get older. We have family, things that we have to do, and we have jobs that we're not as active as we were when we were younger. Because I know older people who have fast metabolisms, but they are very active and exercise a lot. So I think when we stop the exercising, the metabolism slows down. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Absolutely. Okay. All right. Now, let's talk about the supplementation. Do we want to supplement the vitamin E and the different minerals, the potassium and the magnesium? Do we want to get that in a supplement?
No.
Why not?
Because we can get it in our...
First place, they're synthetic.
That's right. Some of them are more pure, though, than others. But they're extracted, remember? Do supplements have all of the facilitators necessary for proper absorption? No. Like, take an orange. Even though it has 360, 400 something milligrams of vitamin C, it has 170 phytochemicals. So it has the facilitators to counterbalance the vitamin C, and so it helps in the body. Actually better than if you were to get supplements. Now, do we say do away with all vitamin C supplementation? No, because there are severe cases, such as the man who had the H1N1 swine flu last year. If he's in a coma, can you feed him an orange? No. So they gave him mega doses of vitamin C. The man, in 2 days, recovered 50%. And they were going to pull the plug on that guy. Go on YouTube and watch the video. The wife recorded the whole thing of her husband in the hospital. I'm not kidding you. He had about 50 plugs hooked up to him. There was wires going. I could not believe it. This was in New Zealand. She videotaped everything. And then they interview him. And they interview the sons who went and did the research, what to do for him. So supplementation is necessary, but we don't want to have, okay, I have heart disease, I'm going to take all these supplements every day. Absolutely not. That's not what we want to do. What did I say is high in vitamin E? What food?
Avocado.
And avocados. What food's high in potassium? Soybeans, what else? Blackstrap molasses, what else? Almonds, amen. You guys are listening, praise the Lord. I'm getting a little feedback here. Okay. Oh, one thing I wanted to tell you guys. Are we going to do quick fix elixirs and potions and... No. That's right, now. What is the right arm of God's message? That's right. What do you think the right arm of Satan's message is?
Death.
It's the same thing. The counterfeit mimics so much the genuine, right? But Satan puts his poison in there. Do you remember Moses when he went before Pharaoh? And Moses threw down his rod, his staff. What did it turn into? Snake. And then Pharaoh's sorcerers, they were called sorcerers, right? What did they throw down? How many did they have? It counterfeited the real, right? It looked in everybody's eyes, oh, Pharaoh's snakes are going to eat up Moses' snake, right? But who's ate up whose?
Moses.
Yes. Satan has taken the health message. The New Agers are into it. And Adventism is adopting a lot of New Age practices and bringing it into this health message. They're teaching Pilates in Adventist churches. They're teaching yoga. We're going to be learning about that when we cover exercise. Yoga and Pilates teach you to center with the sun. Should Seventh-day Adventists who believe in keeping Sabbath be centering with the sun? No. Not everything that has the word health attached to it is health, is God's health plan.
Not even the word natural either.
That's right, and not even the word natural and not even the word organic. Satan's methods counterfeit so much the real. So we have to be careful. If we cannot find it in the Bible, we do not practice it. That is why acupuncture is something that Christians, Seventh-day Adventist Christians, as health reformers, do not advocate. Where does acupuncture come from? China, right? What are they? What's their religion? Do you know that's a form of their religion? Acupuncture. So when you bring acupuncture, I'm not talking about acupressure. I'm talking about acupuncture with the needles. Okay? Should Seventh-day Adventists, let me ask you a question. I'm not here to knock anyone. But would you, well, what is acupuncture? Do you kind of know? What do they do? Okay. Now, if somebody is taking the stingers of bees and doing the same thing, is that practicing kind of the same thing?
Yeah.
Yes, it is. It is. That is acupuncture. Even though it's the stinger of a bee, can you show me in the Bible ever where stingers of the bees were used? Did God ever do invasive measures? Now, surgery is necessary. He opened up Adam and took out the rib to make Eve, correct? We do see surgery in the Bible. But if you do not see the practice in the scriptures, it is not for God's people. Now, do we see juicing in the Bible?
Wine is a juice.
Sure. Didn't Paul tell Timothy, drink a little wine, which was the fresh grape juice? Yes. But we're going to learn about juicing though. Do we do it every day? Just like, are we supposed to go and get a pack of supplements every day? We're going to learn the prophet of the Lord said, we are not supposed to take our food in a liquid state. Is juicing taking your food in a liquid state? Yes. We can have some juice as a beverage, but it's not something we should be doing every day. So we want to get away from Satan's right arm. And we want to have whose right arm? God's right arm. Amen. So that's what we're going to be learning through the weeks. Now getting back to hypertension. We're almost done here for today. Let's see. What else causes hypertension? A few more things. So we said obesity. So if a person is obese, chances are they have a lack of what? Lack of exercise, right? Lack of exercise. What does exercise do?
Circulate your blood.
It circulates your blood. Where does your blood go to?
The heart.
Everywhere.
Okay. I'm not a great drawer,
Heart and
so
brain.
Danielle, don't make fun of my drawing. How many chambers of the heart are there?
4.
Okay. This is, now you're looking at it, this looks like the right side, but if you were to take this and put it here, this is actually the left side and this is the right side. So this is called the right atrium, and this is the right ventricle. This is the left atrium, and this is the left ventricle. And then out of the left ventricle, you have the largest artery in the body, which is called the aorta. Okay? Think of A, aorta. Think of A for artery, away from the heart. So pumping the blood to the different parts of the body. And it branches out vessels, veins, and capillaries, and it gets smaller and smaller. That takes the blood to the different parts of the body. Now, you have your right ventricle, your right artery. This deals with your lungs. This side of the heart pumps the blood to the lungs. And you release, what do we release through our lungs? Carbon dioxide. And we inhale what?
Oxygen.
So oxygenation of the blood takes place right here. And then that oxygenated blood, then it goes over here to the left atrium and down into the left ventricle. And then that oxygenated blood is transported to the rest of the body. When you exercise, you're bringing that oxygen in. When you're getting that fresh air outside and doing your exercise, you're oxygenating the blood. And the blood always goes, what is the warmest part of the body? The prophet of the Lord tells us, the trunk is the warmest part of the body. The farther away from the heart, the colder the body part is. That's why she says we should clad more our feet and legs than we do our chest. By practice, we are told, if you have 2 layers of clothing over your chest, you have 2 layers of clothing over your leg. Otherwise, you're going to have an uneven distribution of the blood. Why is that? Because the heart is here. Is blood warm? Yes. And what is always receiving blood more than any other organ? The heart. This is getting more blood than anything because it goes in and out of here, right? This gets it later than this does. This gets it more because it goes here and it comes from here. So this is the warmest part of the body. So circulation, so exercise is very, very important for good heart health. What else causes hypertension? Fat, increased fat. It could be, we talked about obesity, but fat in the diet. Could it also be the plant fat?